Hello, this is Pikachu0Z. I'm going to state on something today because really I want this to stop because I don't want this to erupt into something big. And it's I didn't really want to do this at first, but now I'm gonna have to because now I'm starting to get a little annoyed by it. It's this whole thing with apparently I'm being called a boomstick knockoff. Yeah. Apparently, I'm being called a ripoff of Boomstick. Now, here's the thing. I don't see how I'm a ripoff of Boomstick, seeing as how, well, I first opened my first account was opened in 2007, and I didn't start ranting until 2008. And there's another I didn't even know Boomstick until late 2008, really, or whenever Boomstick, if you're listening, I didn't mean that towards you. It's just that I have a very select memory. But still. And there's another, and see, I've been getting PMs from particular people who, I'm not going to say their names, but they really are becoming a nuisance because, and you're close to being blocked because I'm getting really tired of hearing your stupid PMs. Because one in particular says, and I quote, it says, you need to stop trying to knock out Boomstick. Boomstick was here first. You know that. Stop trying to rip him off, you bastard. Now, how am I ripping him off? Now, the next one explains it. Oh, you're using Pikachu. You're using the character Pikachu. Boomstick uses Pikachu too. Oh, you're ripping him off. You need to stop. And stop trying to rip off Boomstick. Okay, let me explain something about the whole me being a Pikachu. Back when I was Lugia 0, I was a Pikachu, just under the name Lugia, mainly because when I first opened my account, the Pikachu name was not open I couldn't use the Pikachu name. So I called myself Lugia 0. Look, I'm gonna just explain the character I had. I was a Pikachu who was named Lugia. I was a transforming Pikachu who went from Pikachu to Lugia at will. I know it's a stretch, but just go with me on that. But still, it's when I opened up my new account I decided to call myself Pikachu because since I used Pikachu on my last account, it would only make sense that I name myself Pikachu. But I call myself Pikachu0Z because I know so many people use Pikachu's name. Now the whole thing about me ripping him off. Now, quote unquote, I don't rip him off because he does a lot of commentations on like Spax. I didn't do a commentary on Spax. I only did on a Jonas Fangirl and Chris Chandler. Why? Because I don't like Chris Chandler until I don't like Jonas Fangirls. Because, if you have seen their videos, they are the biggest idiots you have ever seen on YouTube. And you all know that. Look, I'm just gonna say this, and here's another thing that will separate this whole thing with me and Boomstick. Boomstick has called himself the Pikachu guy. I am called the ranting Pikachu. There is a difference. He apparently calls himself a guy who is a Pikachu. I'm a Pikachu that rants. There's a difference. And I don't want anybody to go out there and start hitting on Boomstick because I know Boomstick has nothing to do with this. Boomstick has nothing to do with this. I just want these PMs to stop because it's getting annoying. I have a lot of respect for Boomstick and for what he does, and I really wish him the best, and he does his best on his work. But still. And this is something I'm really beginning to hate about YouTube. It's people who are fans of these popular YouTubers. I don't like the fact that when someone tries to do something themselves, they instantly are labeled a ripoff of someone else. Because back when I was Lugia 0, I was called a AGN ripoff, even though I have no idea how I was. But seriously, people, it's nice that you care so much about this particular person on YouTube, but please don't kiss their asses for them. I don't think they appreciate that. I really don't think. And to these people who are PMing me about this, I don't think Boomstick would appreciate you doing that. I don't want to speak for Boomstick, but if I could just guess, he probably wouldn't appreciate you doing that. But like I said, I'm not going to say their names because I'm not into that yet. But seriously, this whole thing about me being a boomstick knockoff really needs to stop because it's tiresome. For one, I really don't like being called a knockoff of anything. I don't see how I am a knockoff. I'm not trying to complain. It's just that some of these people who are big fans of some of these ranters and reviewers, they get this idea in their head that everybody on YouTube are knockoffs of, and they really don't have no clue as of how or why. They don't know. Because to me, they clearly don't see that no one's a ripoff. Now, granted, there are some people on here who has ripped off other people. I'm not going to name anybody. Irate Gamer. But anyway, seriously, this whole thing about me and Boomstick, it needs to stop, okay? I don't think Boomstick appreciates some of his fans going after me, just like I wouldn't really appreciate some of my fans going after someone else, unless it's a good reason. That's right, folks. I have deep respect and fondness for my subscribers and my friends, but I don't want them doing anything on my account. If I know if it's wrong, I don't want them to do anything on my account because it doesn't feel right. Okay, so this is all I'm gonna say on this whole matter. I just want it to stop. Okay, so it's Pikachu0Z, and I'll see you later.